I've been lying here for about 2 hours, um, overthinking about overthinking about recording my thoughts about how miserable I am as a person because there is so much fucking wrong with my life and always has been and always will be that I don't even know where to begin. And this video could go on for 2 hours, and I don't post my thoughts online because I think that anyone cares or because I think it should be posted, but I just do it to fucking feel like I exist because lately, all I do is compare myself to female influencers that I used to be really comforted and emotionally attached to, but now I've come to realize that I am nothing compared to them. Absolutely nothing. And that I am falling into the cliche of being someone that does nothing but be a slave and have no name, no identity, and just at best goes home to four empty walls. And I'm watching these women who have these identities and like 500K likes on every post, and now they have babies and husbands and families. And when they post something online, it matters, and they have these careers. And I've had such a rich inner world throughout my entire life with imagination and creative projects and sense of humor, but I've always done it completely alone, physically and mentally and emotionally. And it's becoming too unbearable to stand. And I'm only laughing right now because of how much mental anguish I'm in. And it's kind of funny when I put out a camera and stop and start talking and posting about it. But when I'm alone, it is genuine, complete, and absolute mental insanity and mental anguish being alone your entire life. And I can't believe I couldn't see it when I was younger and when I was in college, that I couldn't see how alone I actually was. And I can't stand anything that I do with my free time now. I can't stand my writing. I can't stand even my stupid inner thoughts. I can't stand my daydreaming. Like, literally, I can't even. And daydreaming is literally just my own thoughts. So I can't stand being in my own head because I just turn around in my head all day long about how, even though to me, this long, empty day feels like it's being lived and feels like it's has this massive life and experience to it, in actual reality, I'm just completely alone. And I truly, truly, from the bottom of my heart, have tried everything. And I don't know how to get rid of this feeling of increasing insanity and psychosis, or whatever you want to call what happens when you become so insane being in your own head in a really painful way that you can no longer function. I truly do not know what to do because it's so obvious that I don't have anything to offer the world to make the world care about me or to have my slice of protection from this terrible world. And I'm so sick of doing everything completely alone in real life and laughing alone and thinking alone and creating alone and daydreaming alone all day, every day. And it sucks because I know that's so many people's lives in America and that it never really genuinely ever gets better. I try to work jobs, and the whole job is just a massive accumulation of all the negativity that I think and that I read online. Like, you weren't creative or good enough for all those opportunities you had when you were in college, and you're not interesting or funny enough or relatable enough or whatever for social media to be an influencer, and you're not pretty enough to be a model, and you're getting older, so and I just am completely fucking tormented in my own head at this point in my life. I literally do not have a second of peace. I have come to realize, like, every minute of every day, I'm getting to a point where I'm just constantly analyzing, like, why am I working on this project? Well, because I'm alone and because there's no way that I can change that. Why am I posting online for no interaction? Well, because nobody cares about me and there's no way for me to change that. Why am I daydreaming? Well, because I have an empty life, and even though it feels like a profound experience when I'm immersed in the daydream, as soon as I come out of it, I realize that it's like that daydream and that experience, much like my days, don't even fucking exist because I don't exist. Because I'm not good enough to exist outside of being a fucking worker, a corporate worker. And I've tried so hard to find my peace with that because I know other people must be just swallowing it and taking it because that's what the entirety of the modern world relies on. But I literally don't know how to just swallow the fact that I'm not good enough for anything, for any of my dreams growing up of living in California or being creative of any in any way at all, literally, or even just getting decent respect or even having a personal life, because I don't have the financial means and I don't have a license to meet someone and I don't have the money. And even if I did have those things, I am so emotionally traumatized from having such a shit youth and now just being a complete nobody in America with nothing but extremely abusive social media and influencers online. And that's literally all that I have. And these influencers, it's really disorienting because I can tell that they don't actually care about people like me, like the no follower, no name people. But at the same time, when I was younger and when I didn't spend so much time analyzing the lack of quality of my life as an individual, and I kind of just took things at face value and just got attached and consumed and felt comforted and felt seen. And now I've come to realize that even to those people, I'm just a product and I'm just a number for them to get money so that they can live their good life, while consumers like us kind of just rot because we have nothing to offer ourselves. And I truly don't know what to do anymore. I'm laughing because I'm losing my mind and I don't feel like I can properly execute the amount of pain that I am in. Social media has completely fried my perception of myself and of other people in ways that I literally cannot even do justice because it is so messed up. It's so complex. The way that all the things, that all the thoughts and lives that I've read over the years and people that I've seen, the complexity of like why people think the way that they do and why they are the way that they are. And the bottom line, though, is that the general consensus seems to be that if you don't find a way to entertain people or to relate to people or to fool people into thinking that you're this hyper sexy, talented god, you're basically just destined to rot. And that's what I've been doing every single day of my life for years. And obviously posting about it on TikTok and YouTube is not the answer, but I don't think anyone would ever realize that there's literally nothing else to do. And there's literally nowhere else to go. And people patronizing terrible people say things like, just get up and go to work and suck it up and get over it. And that just makes it even worse. I can't even hold down a job because of physical and emotional trauma anyway. But it makes it even worse when people just say like, get up and get over it and just go work a job. Like, I feel like I'm the only person that truly cannot live one more day in corporate America, because everything is just influencers that pretend to care about their fans so that they can live a good life. Or it's people like me who are just uncared about and lost. And, you know, it's easy to watch someone's video on a social media platform and just be like, oh, it's not that bad, get over it. But this video that I'm filming is only 10 minutes of my entire fucking day and only 10 minutes of my entire headspace. And nobody even cares. And that's kind of it's kind of ironic that I post online as like a last cry for like identity or for community or for humanity or anything at all. And like, you know, then it just gets like 7 views, but it is what it is, you know, like I'll do anything just to feel like I'm fighting for a sense of like individuality and humanity and to not just be a faceless, mentally ill, extremely lonely, isolated consumer. I feel like inherently I'm kind of someone who's more withdrawn into themselves naturally, but I kind of regret that. And I really wish that I'd spent my youth and the prime of my life being someone that had, I don't know, just like someone who had sold themselves better to social media, because now I feel like I have nothing to talk about, nothing to show off except for extremely complex, ultimately just really weird, stupid cycles of mental illness that just go on repeat all day, every day. And I post these videos and I talk because it just gets me out of my head, only for a minute, but it doesn't help.